You know, if I had to stick out with 5 baits here in Oklahoma, that'd be a hard thing to do, let me tell you. But if I narrowed them down, this is what it would be. Without a doubt, a chartreuse and white tandem willow spinnerbait, a tandem, a nickel Colorado, a gold willow, chartreuse and white, basic as basic can be, but has probably caught more fish in ponds, rivers, lakes than any other bait in the state of Oklahoma. Just a chartreuse and white spinnerbait. You just cannot go wrong right there anywhere you go in Oklahoma. My number 2 choice would have to be a black neon Vibra King tube. This bait right here, I don't know what it is about Oklahoma and the muddy waters, but man, they eat that bait right there. It just really represents a crawfish or a shad in those muddy waters. It's a slender profile. These ribs here really give off a lot of vibrations. You know, they can find it in that muddy water. I rigged that on a 6/0 hook, a 1/4 ounce tungsten weight, and 9 times out of 10 I'm flipping and pitching that. You know, I'm in tight, making little flip or pitches to lay downs and stumps and docks and those kinds of things. In no particular order, my next 3 baits, you know, this bait right here, a 4A bomber, chartreuse and blue. I can't tell you the amount of fish I've caught on this bait, not only in Oklahoma, just across the country. It's a little fish catching bait. You know, when things are really tough and you're needing to get some bites, you know, it really represents a small bluegill or a minnow really well. You know, it gets to about 6 foot deep on 10-pound tests. You know, a lot of times I'll throw it on 12. It dives 4 to 5 foot deep. It's got a really good action to it. Bass really eat it up. The old standby, just a black and blue jig. You know, a 3/8 ounce jig. There's a booyah jig. It's got some rattles. Something a little newer or different that I'm doing on my jigs here in the last year and a half is these new money craws. With these arms and how they're weighted, and how when I say weighted, there's a lot more plastic right at the end versus up on the arm. It's just got a great action, and I really like how the blue little tips are on it. It looks really realistic. I've caught a lot of fish on it. You know, black and blue jigs, that's in everybody's tackle box. Great thing about a jig, I can swim it. And in Oklahoma, it's one of the great ways to catch bass, and a lot of the shallow weeds that we have are around docks. It's a great jig to swim. I can also throw that jig out in deep water, laydowns, of course, those kinds of things. Very versatile bait, and it really seems to catch better quality fish. Then I had to throw this bait in there just because it's so much fun to fish. You know, topwater, just the old original Zehra Spook. You know, anytime that water's above, say 56, 57 degrees, all through the spring, summer, all the way into the fall until it gets really cold, you can catch them on this bait. And there's not a funner bait in the world to catch a bass on as when it comes up and explodes on it. They really eat it good. I'd choose black because it's just a good all-around color. You know, you're making me choose one bait here, you know, for each category. And I chose black just because it seems to be the most consistent. You know, in murkier, clear, cloudy, sunny days, it just seems to be the most consistent bait for me. A lot of fun to fish.